I don't know what to call this video. Anyways, here are 5 things I want you to know if you have decided to start gathering. Waymarks are normally used in duties, mostly high-end content, but they are also very useful in gathering. When doing your first round of gathering, place a waymark near the nodes. After that, you can take a look at your minimap and know exactly where to go without having to use Lay of the Land or Arbor Call. Let's say I want to craft 74 black stars. Instead of having to pull up a calculator and making spreadsheets to know how many materials I need to gather, I can just click on the craft and choose raw materials list, which shows what materials and crystals the craft uses and if I have them in my or my retainer's inventory. Then on the upper right corner, I'll choose the amount of items I want to make and then refresh to see how many I need to gather. I can then use the log to make sure the list stays on my screen or pretend I remembered how many items I needed. Alarms have kind of a reputation of being useless, as there are sites that can show you when timed nodes are up. But the good thing about alarms is that you only have to make them once, save them as a macro, and then you can just press a button to activate them, without having to rely on things outside of the game. You can make an alarm through the alarm window, but for gathering I recommend you open the gathering log. Find the item you wish to make an alarm for and hover over to the location, which also shows when the node is available. Right-click it and it should show Set Timer for Next Occurrence. This opens an alarm editor that has the right settings ready for that node. You can then do little changes based on your preferences, but here are some things I recommend. Turn Repeat on, so you don't have to use your alarm macro more than once. Choose a sound you like. There are 6 different options. My personal favorite is Prelude. Also, choose to mute the sound while bound by duty, so the epic boss music doesn't get interrupted by a grim reminder that you missed another gathering node. And lastly, give your alarm a name that helps you know what it's for. You can also change the reminder to what you prefer. For example, instead of being reminded that the node will spawn in 3 minutes, I like to set the reminder to 0 so I get notified when the node has spawned. Before saving, open your macro list and choose an empty spot. Then choose Copy Text command from the alarm and paste it into the macro. Then change the time on the alarm from PM to AM or the other way around and copy that into a new line on the macro. You can ignore this for ephemeral nodes, which are only up once an hour a day. And there you have it. Now just repeat all that for all the nodes you want to make an alarm for, and then whenever you log into the game, all you need to do is execute the macro and you'll have alarms ready. Make sure to always make a macro for the alarms, because even though you saved an alarm, it will disappear once you log out of the game. Cordials are potions that instantly restore a specific amount of your GP. There are 3 different kinds: Watered Cordial, Cordial and High Cordial. Watered Cordial and Cordial can be crafted with level 50 Alchemist. These 2 can be made high quality, which gives more GP and has a shorter cooldown. High Cordials cannot be crafted, but out of all the 3 Cordials it gives the most GP, while also having shorter cooldown than a high quality Cordial. You can get high quality Watered Cordials by crafting them or buying them from the market board. The normal quality ones you can sometimes win from the Cup of Fortune. For high quality Cordials, you need the Master Alchemist 1 recipe. You can get this by crafting a high quality growth formula Delta concentrate and trading it to Talon in Mordona. You can also buy these from the market board. You can buy normal quality Cordials with 500 Grand Company seals, with 4 bicolor gemstones in Shadowbringers maps, or with gatherable items from Talon. You can also get a Cordial from doing your daily Gatherer Society quests. And last but definitely not least, you can get high Cordials with Gatherer scripts from any script exchange NPC. If you have Island Sanctuary unlocked, you can also use both of its currencies to buy high Cordials. And if you really don't need Sky Builder scripts in the firmament, you can use them to buy Steel Sky Pirate spoils, which you can then trade for high Cordials with Spoils Collector. Instead of telling you to buy high Cordials, I'm just going to say that any Cordial is better than no Cordial. Teleporting is expensive. It might not feel like much when it fluctuates between few hundred to 2000 gil, but when you're gathering and teleporting from expansion to another, that 1000 gil suddenly becomes tenfold if not more. If you're in an FC, you can cut down the teleport costs by activating an action Reduced Rates. This will make teleporting 20% cheaper. A little more expensive Reduced Rates 2 will cut the cost to 30%. If your FC has a house, you can use the company workshop to craft Grade 3 Wheel of Pilgrimage, which can be turned into Reduced Rates 3 that grants you a 40% reduction to the teleporting fees. If you don't have access to an FC, another way you can get the 40% fee reduction is by getting priority Aetheryte passes. You can get these by leveling your squadron and sending them on a mission Chimerical Elimination, which rewards you with 5 passes, or Imposter Alert, which rewards you with 10 passes. If you want to teleport completely free, you want to get Aetheryte tickets. You can buy these from the Hunt Bill Master at your Grand Company with Allied Seals, or from Ardoline in the Foundation with Centurio Seals. The easiest way to get these seals is by doing your Realm Reborn, Heavensward and Stormblood weekly hunts, which in total will grant you 60 Aetheryte passes per week. You can also do your daily hunt marks, join hunt trains, or hunt ass ranks to get even more seals. If you have your Plumage leveled, you can also do your weekly Masked Carnival for a nice amount of allied seals. After getting some Aetheryte tickets, open your teleport window and go to the settings. Choose how you want your tickets to be used and enjoy your free teleports. Personally, I recommend the Always Use for Costs Above Gil Allowance option and making it at least 101 gil. That way you won't waste your tickets when teleporting inside a map, as that always costs 100 gil. And that's really all I wanted to talk about. If anything I mentioned was news to you, I hope it will help you in the future. And if you have any gathering tips or tricks you'd like to share, let me and everyone else know in the comments. Have a nice rest of your day, gathering or not.